Hey everyone! I'm very glad to see you guys again. It's been a long time. It's been about a month, I think. But today, I got four movie reviews to make up for that. The four movies I'm doing are How to Train Your Dragon 2, The Raid 2, Earth to Echo, and The Suspect. Now, How to Train Your Dragon 2? It was awesome! Like, I couldn't believe it. It was better than what I thought it was going to be. I enjoyed this movie. Everything about it, the humor, the graphics, the characters, even the darker themes in the movie. Everything just meshed so well. It was so awesome. You guys are going to love this movie. It's actually better than the first one I thought. But the first one was really good. So this movie had a lot of stakes to up over the first one, or at least be as good, or maybe just a little bit less below it. But it turned out that the filmmakers did a good job. Now the movie was directed by I think it was I know he did Lilo and Stitch. I'm pretty sure. And he also did the last one, but this time instead of having there was another director for the last one. Oh yeah, Dean Dubois. That's what his name is. He did the first one with I can't remember his name, but he did a movie with someone else. But this time he directed this one, and he wanted to make it a more darker and but at the same time he still wanted to keep the same feeling that the other ones had. You know, that same funness, sense of adventure, and all that. So and he did a really good job on that. Now, what I loved about the movie is I loved the characters. The characters were awesome. They all had their own different screen times. The people from the first one, and they all freaking meshed very well. Especially the main leads. You had what's his name? Hiccup, and then you had his father, and then there was a woman that he meets later in the movie. They have good chemistry. There's his girlfriend. I forgot her name. And then there's those are pretty much the main four people mainly is those four, and then you have the secondary characters like the I think Scottish guy, he's the one with the peg leg. He was really funny and I liked him too. Um, let's see. One thing that I really liked was the relationship between the main character and the woman in the movie, because when you see them together, it's like I don't know, they had really good chemistry when they first meet up, and I like that a lot. And then they eventually get to know each other and know certain things that kind of makes them go, oh wow, I didn't know that, and they kind of have a same relation. Something happened to them in the past, and then they meet, and then that past and stuff. They talk about what happened in the past, their past and stuff. But you'll eventually find that out. And if you saw the trailer, you probably know. But I'm not gonna spoil it. Then you got the son and the father. They definitely have a better relationship in this movie. Even though Hiccup, he's kind of nervous, because he has to be the new chief, and he's kind of off doing his own adventure stuff like he always does, trying to find new lands and new dragons. And he has this little map that he draws stuff on. So it's like that's pretty cool. I like that. And let's see, there was, oh yeah, the lady and Hiccup's dad also have a thing in the past that sort of kind of brings them together in the end too. And between them three and that relationship and that in between those three is just what made this movie for me. That's what really made it for me. Just the feeling you get when you watch these characters interact with each other. Now the graphics, I mean, I can't really say about the graphics because the graphics are gonna be good. You get to see them flying up in the air. You get to see ice and different lands, and you get to see all sorts of other shit. And it's really cool. So I don't tell you about that because I mean, if you want to watch the first one, aerial scenes are great. I didn't get to see it in 3D, so I can't really say. But I heard the 3Ds in it is just as good as the first one. So I mean, if you want to check that in 3D, you can too. I watched it at the drive-in, so I can't really say that sound was theatrical, but for what it was worth, even with the radio and stuff you listen to when you're watching it at the drive-in, I still felt I could still hear the music and kind of feel with the music and the audio and stuff with the characters. So that didn't really bother it. So if you watch this like when it comes on DVD or you watch it in a big movie theater, I have a feeling that the music is gonna be really awesome in it, and the sounds and all that stuff, and the way and and everything that interacts with the characters and what happens in the movie. Um, and I mean, it's one of the best sequels that came out this year. Um, and I got another review coming. You know, I told you the Raid 2, that's coming out too. That's obscure movie, but I'll get into that later. But that one movie and this movie and 22 Jump Street were my favorite sequels. I haven't get to see Dawn of the Planet of the Apes yet, so I can't really say for that one. But I really do want to see it. But I haven't seen Rise yet, so I definitely have to catch up on that too. Uh, but anyway, this review is over with, so I'm just gonna exit off now. But I'll have 3 more reviews coming, and you just gotta wait shortly, and you'll be able to see those. So you definitely go out to see this movie, and maybe go see it, you know, in IMAX or 3. I don't know if it's in IMAX, but you definitely go see it in 3D. So see you in the next video. Ta ta.